Howdy guys, Jimmy Song here. In this video, I'm going to talk about books that help you understand Bitcoin. And this might be a very good time to, gather up some books during this bear market to go ahead and read so you understand what the heck is going on in so many ways. There's a lot of popular books on Bitcoin. Nathaniel Popper's written one, Paul Vigna's written one. I think Laura Shin is right now writing one, and they all try to sort of treat all coins very similarly and so on. But my reading list is going to be strictly based on Bitcoin. First book that I'm going to recommend is The Bitcoin Standard by Safety Anonymous. And he really does a great job of talking about Bitcoin as sort of the culmination of the different types of money and the innovations that have happened, and putting it in historical context of what money actually is. And it answers a lot of really good questions. It gives you a lot of pointers into Austrian economics and, like how money works and why you need to think about money a certain way. It's a really, really good introduction and very entertaining read as far as learning about the economic aspects of Bitcoin. Another one that I'm going to recommend is, of course, Antonopoulos' Mastering Bitcoin, which is by the same publisher as my book. That's the first one that's come on. It's a very referencey book, and he goes through a lot of different scenarios and like sort of makes the scenarios more and more complicated to show you some of the different things that you can do with Bitcoin, and going through sort of an encyclopedic view of all of the things that Bitcoin can do. If you are a programmer, I would also recommend, of course, my book. And this is now available on Amazon. I think it's sold out at the moment, but I think they'll still deliver by Thursday or Friday. It goes through from a Python perspective. If you're a Python programmer, it's step by step. It's meant to be practical, and from an engineering perspective, while giving you enough theory to be able to code a lot of that stuff. It's based on my 2-day seminar. That's another book that I would recommend. Now, outside of the actual Bitcoin books, I would also recommend reading more on Austrian economics, because a lot of the principles that Bitcoin was founded on is based on Austrian economics. I particularly recommend Murray Rothbard because his writing style is very clear, and it's a lot easier to read than maybe Hayek or some other people. It's certainly a lot easier to read than like a lot of Keynesian or classical economists who have very muddled thinking, and it's very hard to read and you don't understand what they mean. For some reason, those are the books that become popular because academics can write like hundreds of papers on them and stuff like that, about what Marx really meant by this particular phrase, when really he's just not a very bright guy, and he just sort of wrote whatever he wanted to be true onto a piece of paper and didn't support it with any evidence or anything like that. The really clear thinkers make everything understandable in a good way, and Rothbard's very good at that. He has a lot of different books. The ones that I'm going through right now are The History of Economic Thought, volumes 1 and 2. I finished volume 1. I'm in the middle of volume 2. Right now it's going through Frederick Bastiat. I think there was a whole section on Marxism and all of the inherent flaws in it, and how there were just questions that Marx couldn't answer, and like how it was a completely illogical system, and there were so many flaws and so many people pointed them out, yet it continues to be popular because people want it to be true more than anything else. And it's a rationalizing sort of philosophy than one that is based on reality, like Austrian economics is. Anyway, that's another way to sort of look at the economics of Bitcoin. Another author that I really like is Nasib Taleb, and his view of the world, and sort of philosophically and mathematically, just sort of analyzing things from a nonlinear perspective is very, very apropos to Bitcoin, because it is a nonlinear system, and understanding the nonlinearities, especially like the anti-fragility, the black swan events, and having skin in the game and incentives and things like that. Those are all a part of the game theory of Bitcoin, and can help you understand a lot of what's going on. By the way, Safety Namus was a student of Nasib Taleb, which is why he has a lot of the similar ideas that are in both books. Anyway, those are some of my recommendations to learn about Bitcoin. I think if you guys are interested, I can do another video on just general books that I like and read, and and we can go over those. But anyway, hope that helps you. This song is done.